Welcome, everybody. My name is Haradwe, and welcome to Changing the Paradigm. This is not just a YouTube channel, this is your home, my home, and in this home, we prioritize mental health. I want to talk about the trauma that comes with waiting for your breakthrough. My sister, can we talk about that? The trauma that comes with waiting for your breakthrough. You know, you're at a certain age right now, and when you had looked at your life probably 10 years ago, this is not the life you envisioned for yourself. You know you're smart, you work hard, but there's just no progress in your life. And you ask yourself, why? You know, because I know it's possible. I see people living the life that I've been praying and trying to work towards. So that kind of trauma, that kind of being disheartened does come with feeling insecure. It does come with feeling insignificant because you're now starting to doubt the essence of who you are. You start doubting your dreams, you start doubting your ambitions. Will you ever get the things that you've been praying for, you've been trying to manifest? You know, you hear, I mean, on you see on other videos, people will be like, I manifested this in 7 days. And you're like, I've been trying to manifest a car for the past 10 years. Why? How can they do it in 7 days? What am I doing wrong? You know, and other people, unfortunately, are in environments where people are speaking down on them and telling them that that business idea was never going to work out, telling them that career change was a bad move. And now you're looking at yourself like, what am I even here for? I'm not I'm not even significant in this whole, in the bigger picture, in this whole ecosystem of life. What am I doing to contribute to life? You know, and that does create a lot of doubt. It's just obviously we don't talk about it, but it's it's one of the traumas, painful, and need you to continue to up your resistance level and push on being persevering. you know Guys, I'm sorry, I need to keep checking this mic because yeah. So I just want to know, what does waiting look like for you? What is it with waiting that, what has it taken from you? With me, so I'm naturally a very enthusiastic person. I will come up with idea after idea after idea, and I don't just come up with ideas. I go for what I think is going to work. I approach the people that I think can help me. I draw up proposals. I become very enthusiastic in my idea. But I found myself retracting from that part of me when I was just getting no after no after no. And you start doubting yourself or the ability to come with ideas. And you're like, am I even supposed to be an ideas person? Or am I just supposed to work, and grow other people's ideas? But I remembered how coming up with an idea, going for it, writing proposals, approaching people, writing emails, that sets my soul on fire. I love it. Even if it doesn't work, obviously, it would be a bonus when it works, but the creation of it, the implementation, the going for it, the thinking of it, the visualization of if it works out, it brings me so much joy. And I couldn't let disappointment take that away from me. I couldn't let waiting take that away from me. So, what I do personally, for example, before I'd have one idea, go for it, and put all my eggs in that basket. I don't do that anymore. I will literally have 5, 6 different baskets, send 6 proposals, 6 different people. So I'm not waiting on one person to change my destiny. Sometimes all 6 can say no. But because I'm an ideas girl, I come up with new things, you know, and it's that process that keeps me alive, that process that keeps me in the nick of things, you know. So I would suggest and I would advise you to see what waiting has taken away from you and what your response is to waiting. Some people will go and drink alcohol or find things that are they're addicted to and try to ease the pain that comes with disappointment. But that is counterproductive to you actually progressing and moving forward towards your goal. When you are drinking and you are doing things that cripple you, then you shift yourself backwards, you know, and you move further and further away from your goal. But if you are like, if you build your resistance, if you empower yourself, you know, by listening to people that have done it, listening to people that have been even in the worst of situations but pulled through, seeing what they did, hearing what they did, and implementing that into your life. And also remember the paradigm. Look at the things that are within your paradigm with regards to rejection. How do you handle rejection? When were you first rejected? What does rejection look like to you? Because sometimes it's like you think, oh, I was already rejected. I remember in primary school, I would fail in high school. So you already have that at the back of your head. So any little trigger makes you feel like the worst person on earth. So it's important to be cognizant of your paradigm and your response to certain traumas. And in this instance, your response to waiting. What do you do? How do you empower yourself? Even in the hardest of times, what do you do to ensure that you still remain sane? You know? So, one of the things that I used to do, and my prayers actually was, God, I would like one, two, and three. But if I don't have the tools to keep it, sustain it, and grow it, then I don't want it. Did I not wait? I waited and I was like, oh my goodness. So on the days where it was incredibly hard, I would remind myself of that prayer because I, I think I would feel worse if I had prayed for X amount of money and then it comes to me, but I'm not ready for it. It comes and leaves. The thought and knowledge of knowing that that money was in my experience and it left because I wasn't equipped to keep it and it just left like that. I don't know how I could have dealt with that, you know? So I was honest enough because I know myself. I was like, God, help me. I want to grow. I want to empower myself. I want to do one, two, and three so that when my breakthrough comes, I can grow it. I can grow it, you know? So even with you, if that breakthrough comes today, are you in a position to sustain it, to keep it in your life, and to grow it? You know, what things do you need to change in your surrounding? Do you need to change your friends? Do you need to change your associates? Do you need to change the way you view things, you view money, you view opportunities? Do you need to change your your people relations? What is it? Because there's always something to work on. And sometimes the waiting season can give us that opportunity to see what do we lack and how can we grow and become better people so that when that thing comes into our experience, we don't just because it's also possible not to even recognize it because it might not come in the way that you prayed for it. It might not come in the way that you manifested or you thought about it. And it comes in a way that at any point and it's and then it starts overwhelming you. What will you do if it comes and you're not equipped or you don't have the necessary tools to handle it? So yeah, I know waiting is not easy. We've all had to wait in one way or the other. Some people had to even wait for uh, conceiving and having children, wait for jobs, wait for homes. You know, there's different things that we always wait for, but what you do in your waiting season is very important. How you empower yourself in your waiting season is very important. who you let speak to you and speak to your situation during your waiting season is very important. So yeah, so it's also important to know where you're at in your life so that people don't, no matter how they perceive the decisions that you made, what they say has got nothing to do with where you're going. I remember when I went into varsity, it was so overwhelming. And during our induction week, we were told, this man that I'll never forget said, this place looks big because you guys are new and you haven't been into a situation like this. But what you need to know is that you can absolutely change this environment. Don't let this environment change you. And that stuck with me for a long time, that even when things are not working out, I'm like, I am able to change this environment. I do have the tools within me to change the situation that I am in. I just need to know what it is, what it looks like, and not allow myself to panic. But if I'm alone long enough, I'll definitely have a solution to this problem. And that's another thing. Remember, we spoke about loneliness, we spoke about being alone. So it's also in solitude that you get the best answers and the best solutions to your problems. So yeah, so share with us, guys, what does waiting, what has it done for you? How has it affected you? What does waiting look like to you? Have you has it empowered you, you know and what do you think about today's conversation? Guys, thank you so much. Like, I'm so grateful for this um, community of people, and thank you so much for the people that have been reaching out on my email and joining and having these beautiful conversations that we expand from these conversations that we have on YouTube, and we just take it offline, and it's just an amazing and real community of people that just want to keep improving how they think and how they perceive their lives. Anyway, guys, I'm going on and on. Thank you so much for joining me. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I love you guys. I love you guys. My name is Haradwe, and this is Changing the Paradigm, and we'll do that one person at a time. I love you.